Good afternoon. Today we're going to be playing Outer Worlds, which I have not played in a couple of weeks, I think. So let me turn on the capture. Double checked and made sure it looked okay and sounded okay before I started streaming. Alright, let's get started. I have to remember what I was doing. Convince So to return. Security, limit these people. Right, R's the slowdown, L's the heal. Yeah, that's like the... Yeah. X is the inventory button, all the other games I'm playing, which is why I keep doing that. Assault rifle, machine gun, pistol, and hammer. Which is her name? Zoe. I wanted to finish all the side quests before I went on to... Yeah, I'm doing this one now, which is this way. I already went over and talked to this person and killed all the people that were here. So this will take 2 seconds. Oh, there you are.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed. I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Okay. I'm done. Oh, I have to go back. Lame. And that is right here. At least I have the... Excuse me. At least I have the fast travel.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Nice. Let me see. Be useful to get a little bit more of that. I can't completely ignore guns as much as I would want to. Apply. Yes, please. What the? Oh. Companions. Plus 50 XP. No, those are the ones I got. Damage per flaw. I don't have that many, so that's not that helpful. Actually, I might get this. Nope. The, frightened engineer, fistful of digits, turn in. Look at the map and turn on all the quests. That's okay, that's all those three. And okay. So I'll do these first and then I can go to the power plant and do that.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Vale's a little safer, thanks to you. We pay by the finger. What do you... Mabel Burgess. Age 37? Right or left-handed? Let's just say, no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
Oh, I have a badge?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I definitely won't abuse this at all.
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people. Ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good out here, but it ain't easy. Some folk can't keep pace with the demands of frontier life. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy. Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatime. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime. What's on your mind?
That's a little concerning.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of...
Okay.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
It's the way she goes. Do I not have the phone? I might need to set it to the active quest. Listen. Here we go. Okay, right above me. Okay, now the guy who wanted that, he was with the deserters, if I remember correctly. Where's outside? Here we go. Ready. Fast travel. I think that puts me slightly closer to the power plant anyways, which is helpful.